In this video, I'm going to talk about how you can get higher click-through rates for your emails. The first tip that I'm going to share with you is simply something super basic, but the tip is to send the email again. I think often an underutilized function of a lot of email clients. Right now we're inside of MailChimp, but I think this feature also exists inside of Drip and Constant Contact, is the ability to check a box that says after, say, 48 hours, anybody who has not opened my email, send it to them again. And that's what we were looking at here. I recently sent a newsletter, which I'll talk about more, a little more in depth in a second, but I recently sent a newsletter that all it did, all I had to do was check this box that resent the newsletter again to people who didn't open it or engage with it the first time. And you can see that another small percentage of my audience went ahead and opened that newsletter. Together, I did the math before I recorded this video, together these emails account for an 80% open rate overall, just from sending it again. You can see the first time I got 67% open rate, and then these additional people grow the entire reach to 80%. And then the click-through rate is closer here to 9% in total. So a 9% click-through rate on an email that I just sent twice. So that's the very first tip. The second tip is going to be taking a look at email length. Let's jump into this newsletter for a second. If you're new here, again, my name is Nick. I've been a marketing manager for SaaS and startup companies for a number of years, and I usually try to help teams take their marketing from 0 to 1, either independently or by helping to hire and grow a small team. I have a side project, which is what we're looking at here, called Los Angeles Music, where I send a monthly newsletter out to musicians who live in Los Angeles, kind of keep them in touch with what's going on around in our community. So this particular email, the one thing that I want to draw attention to about what I think is working in this email is its length. This particular email is just shy of 200 words. I think it's about 180 words in total. It is skimmable and it is digestible without even paying attention. There's no, I haven't buried the lead, as they say, so all of the important information is right at the top, right up front. I don't waste time in a long introduction. There's no images breaking up the text. I have kept this as short as humanly possible. And as you can see, yeah, again, from these stats, that the open rates and click-through rates on this email are actually quite high. I'm going to open up this report here and show a little bit information about the different links that people are clicking on as well. So it isn't just open rates and overall click-through rates, but you can see here some of the resources that I mentioned got dozens and dozens of people clicking on them. And what I can extrapolate, or the reason that this would be important to me as a small business owner, is that I can start to see the types of things that people are interested in, maybe the things that they skipped. You know, these two links up here were the first two links in the email. And then down here, these are basically the second or the third and fourth links that are inside of this campaign. So that might be a useful insight again for next time, that this email could probably even be even shorter. Take out all 4 events right now, these 4 separate links, and just boil it down to here's one thing, or here's 2 things that you should know about this week, to really drive home the point. Because oftentimes, if you send an email that has too many links and too many things to click on, or the text is too long, people simply ignore it. They don't, it's not like they only digest a little bit of it. They tend to ignore the entire thing. So if those are the only 2 tips that you take away today. Number 1 is make your emails short. And number 2, just send them again. A huge underutilized feature of a lot of email campaigns is just the ability to take the email that you just wrote and send it to the people who didn't get it. Because I think you can empathize, like me, emails fly by in my inbox, and oftentimes following up with me is a great way to get back into my attention.